Hello, everyone. Today, let's talk about what I've learned by observing people. I spend a lot of time researching psychology and watching people, how they behave, from the smallest person, a homeless man, to, in real life, to, you know, the dictator of Russia. Everybody with no power to the few with all the power. Spend a lot of time analyzing how they speak, what they do, and reflecting upon their actions. And the more I do so, the more I see how humanity, most people are just children, infants, babies who have this life in their hand and they don't know what to do with it. So they use it in a number of different ways. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but everyone is just children. Everyone. And I think when I started to realize that, assuming that this is a realization and a delusion, the more I started to realize this, the older that I felt. And I started, this has gone through my head quite often, but there's this, this is not word for word, but there's this one little segment of the Havamal that are supposed to be the words of Odin. I think it was the words of Odin, but as far as like who actually wrote it down, probably after the Viking Age, and it says, the more wisdom a man gains, the less happy he becomes. And, from an Eastern Enlightenment, moksha perspective, it's not really how it works. But with a being like Odin, or a bodhisattva in the Buddhist tradition, bodhisattva being the ones who have reached enlightenment at its highest degree, but choose to stay behind to help everybody else get there, choose to stay in a matrix, an illusory place to try to help everybody else wake up. Or like Odin, who wants to preserve the world for as long as possible. These beings, I think, are the ones who are truly old, because even understanding a very small fraction of what they understand makes me feel very old. It's like people constantly misread what they should do and do not learn the lessons that this illusion teaches them when their actions don't come to proper fruition, or the fruition that they so desired. It's almost like the vast majority of humanity is just bumbling around in the dark, and they're all kids, and they're all so lost. They're all so sad in their own way. Also needing of something that they can't quite find in the dark, in an unawakened state. And this reality, this multiverse, is a dream. But without going too far into that part, there's this fear that wells up inside of you when you see how the vast majority of humanity are just children. It's the fear that they are children. What are they going to do with what they have, this life that they have in their hands? What are they going to do with it? But it's not even so much that. That's part of it, but it's that they're all kids. They all need so much help. And most of the time, they just don't know where to find it. You feel for the children of humanity, all of these people. The ones who think that they know everything, the ones who think that they don't know anything, the ones who are aggressive, the ones who are submissive, the ones who are optimistic, the ones who are pessimistic, the ones who have a high IQ, the ones who have a low IQ, the ones who have so much money, the ones who have no money. You feel for all of them once you truly see that they're children. And this isn't so much a discussion that's going to lead to me giving you a solution or me telling you what the right path is. But it is just a terrible sensation once you realize that they're all just kids. And your hatred kind of dissipates, at least somewhat. Even the human beings who, like, just need to die for the sake of their own souls moving forward and them stopping making the same terrible decisions and hurting other people, even the ones that need to die. You start to not want them to suffer, not even the ones who need to be gone and try again. You start to not want them to suffer because even the really, really bad humans are just kids. It's scary. It's not just scary because kids run the world, but said everybody's just so young, and you just start to feel so old. Seeing children in the bodies of very old people or older people. Seeing how sometimes the actual children, the literal ones, are sometimes they're wiser than the old ones. And age is no guarantee of knowledge or realization. But one thing I've become fairly certain of through observation is that everybody's just kids, man. Anyway, this has been a little bit of self-reflection, not really a video about what the solution is to this or what we should do or what you should do. But this has been a little reflection. At any rate, thank you very much for watching. Hit that like down there if you like this video at all. It helps the YouTube algorithm notice me. And I want all of you to have a wonderful day.